Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So this reading today, we're doing an in-depth look at the next 2 months. What you need to know about the next 2 months ahead. And of course, it's a timeless reading, meaning you'll get the messages you need when you find this video. It doesn't matter if it's the day I post it, if it's 6 months, 6 years down the road. When you find it, that's when you're meant to find it. So just trust that, especially those of you who are finding it down the road. Don't worry about the time frame that you find it. Trust that it's 2 months from now. Anyway, I have 3 cards for you and 3 readings. Group 1, your card is, let's see if I can read the number, number 32. And it's here and now. And I'll hold that there for a second in case you want to get a good look. Feel free to pause the video if you want to take your time with each of the cards. Here and now. Group 2, your card is number 14. Truth be told. Truth be told. And group 3, your card is number 17, the Fates. Fates. All right. So all you have to do now is go down to the description box, click on the timestamp for the reading you want to watch, and it will take you straight there. Thanks, y'all. Hey, group 1. So we're looking at the next 2 months, the 2 months ahead, the 60 days ahead. This is a timeless reading, so trust that the timing starts now. Whenever you're finding this video, whenever you stumble upon it, that's when you're meant to see it. So your initial card is here and now. Here and now. I'm going to set that aside while we pull some additional cards. We have heart. And a letter. And the Hermit. We have 7 of Wands reversed. The Lovers reversed. 8 of Wands. Four of Swords. And one more as an advice card for you. And your advice card is King of Wands reversed. All right, these cards represent the first of the 2 months ahead. We're going to look at both months, so you'll have a different spread, different set of cards for each month. All right, now before we get into the reading, let me just take a second to listen to Spirit. I like to get you some initial messages before we get into the cards. And that is how I work. I hear Spirit, I get messages and images from them, and that's where most of the interpretations, most of the information I give you comes from them directly. Before I listen to those messages for you, I just want to mention, if you'd like a personal reading, you can check my website, pink22tarot.com, and see what's available there. If there's nothing available, send me a message and I'll add you to my wait list. And that way you'll find out as soon as something comes up available. All right, give me just a second while I listen to some messages for you. The first thing they're telling me is that in this first month ahead, you're going to be leaving a bit of a comfort level, a comfort zone. something that has made you feel, they're giving me the word safe, but I'm not saying that you're heading into an energy that is unsafe. It's not. But that's kind of how comfort levels work, right? We feel comforted by the familiar. That's what they're giving me. They're telling me you've been waiting for something to happen, for something to come true, for something to manifest or become part of your reality. There's something you've been waiting for. They're telling me, in part, the waiting isn't over. I know that's not what you want to hear, but you will see evidence of changes to come in this month ahead, starting with this month ahead. They're saying, but in order to do that, in order for you to start to see evidence of the changes to come, you have to get out of your comfort level. You have to explore something new or do something different in some way. Pursue what you want using different skill sets, different activities. You have to do something differently. So, while they have been waiting for you to shake off your comfort zone, they also recognize that you need to see evidence of these changes coming. So you may get a nudge this month. You may get a nudge to shake it off. Shake off that comfort zone and step into something that feels just the tiniest bit scary. It's not scary, but there's something that has kept you from trying it, doing it, going there. And you're going to be nudged to try in this month ahead. Okay? All right, so let's talk about your cards. Your first card here is Here and Now. What they're giving me is that they recognize that you have a lot of focus on the future, on what you want, on what you're trying to accomplish. You spend time looking at the past and the things you've done, the ways you have tried to accomplish your goals. They're saying the one place you're not right now is in the present. You're not spending enough time in the present. Number one, appreciating how far you have come. And number two, just being with you and with your goals and your dreams. The present moment is the only moment you have. It's the only moment that is real. You can imagine the future. You can remember the past. The only moment that is real is right now. And they're telling me that you're wasting it a little bit because you spend too much time back and forth. It will help you to learn to be a little bit more present in the moment, and it will help your goals in some way. Okay. All right. They want me to jump over to the Hermit card. They're telling me you're on a path. You're on a journey. You don't really see where it's headed. You're trying to imagine the future. They're telling me you're not imagining it right. Your worries are getting in the way. Your fears are getting in the way. You get glimpses, you get insight, you get little sparks of, oh, that's how it could work, or oh, that's what it will look like, or wouldn't it be great if? But those are quickly drowned out by your fears, your worries, your concerns, your doubts, your insecurities. They're telling you to stay on the path. Stay present in the moment. Don't worry so much about what's to come. It will unfold in exactly the right way. And you won't be sorry that you followed this path. You'll be glad that you did. You'll be grateful that you had the courage and the strength and the foresight to follow this journey, follow this path to its completion. Okay. Okay, they want me to come to the Lenormand cards after. So let's talk about your tarot cards. Okay. your first card is the Eight of Wands. They're telling me this is where you are now. All kinds of thoughts, all kinds of things going on in your head, in your mind, even in the world around you. There's a lot of distractions. Something is coming your way, though. Something is coming your way to help you shake off the cobwebs so that you can experience a new level of change, of success, of achievement. You're headed toward the Four of Swords. Let me just hear what they want to tell you about this card. Bear with me one sec. What they just said to me is that you're going to rest in the belief that all is well. This is you being in the moment. You're no longer overthinking the future. You're no longer, revisiting the past. You're in the moment, and that is giving your brain, yourself, your spirit, your energy a rest. Because you're just focusing on what you can do right now, today, and not what is available tomorrow or how it will turn out or what you've tried in the past that worked or didn't work. All those thoughts will start to ease for you over this first month here. Okay. So the opportunity, the blessing in this first month is the Seven of Wands in reverse. The distractions will dissipate. You're going to find yourself much more focused, fewer annoying worries, concerns, thoughts kind of racing at you. You're no longer trying to bat away, good thoughts, bad thoughts. Like at any given day, I feel like any given day right now, you wake up not knowing what mood is going to take you. What mood is going to descend upon you in that day. Because you might wake up and be fully motivated and enthusiastic and excited about the prospects of whatever it is you're doing or working toward. Or you might wake up another day feeling absolutely, completely depressed and scared and worried that it's never going to happen. You're going to find that the blessing in this month is that you're a little bit more present in the moment and you're worrying a lot less. There are fewer distracting thoughts sort of attacking your consciousness. The challenge here is the Lover's reverse. I just want to hear bear with me while I listen. I want to hear exactly what they want to tell you about this card. They're telling me you're going to feel like you have to decide, like you have to make a decision about something. You don't have to make a decision this month. Just take it one day at a time. They're telling me something is going to come for you, or there will be something that nudges you to make a choice, to do something different. But they don't want you to think about that. They don't want you to think about ahead of time what that decision will be. You will know when it's time to do something. It will be made clear to you. You'll get, somehow you're going to get a message, or you just get this inner like gut feeling like, okay, I got to try this. I got to do that. I have to take this, whatever. I have to take control of this and do X, Y, Z. Don't worry so much about the decision. It will come to you. You'll know what to do. But the challenge here is advance in decision. Like already, right now, you're already wondering, all right, what am I going to have to do? What is it going to be? Can I do it? Am I ready? Let it go. Let it go. One day at a time. When it's the right time, you'll know what to do. You'll know what to do. Try not to let it overwhelm you. This is the only thing that will pull you from feeling centered this month. You know, being in the present moment. The advice from Spirit is the King of Wands reversed. Let me just hear what they want to say. Hold on. Their advice to you is to release. Hold on. Release your expectations. Release your need to control the situation, to manage it. Allow things to happen a little bit. Allow things to unfold, and when it's time to take action, when it's time to do something different, and that time is coming, you will know. You don't have to start planning it now, thinking about it now, you know, exercising your mind to be ready for it, or your resolve or your will. You'll know. Just let go, let go. You've got help. Your spirit guides are helping you, and they're guiding you, and they're leading you, and they're not going to let you miss this moment. So in the meantime, just settle into it and be present. Okay? Your Lenormand cards for this first month, you have the heart followed by the letter. They're telling me right now, whatever it is that you're working toward, there is an element of it that you do really love, that you do really enjoy, but you feel like it's not getting you anywhere. You're not, you know, just as an example, if you are working on your health and fitness, I know a lot of you are working on career stuff. I know that. This is the example they're giving me because I feel like somebody needs to hear it. You're working on your health and fitness, trying to get in shape, right? Trying to feel better in your own skin, whatever that means to you. You're enjoying some of the process and you're enjoying some of the progress, but you feel like you have a long way to go. You feel like you're not getting there fast enough. You feel like something's not quite working. First off, focus on the good bits and kind of just let the other bits slip away, right? Focus on the parts you enjoy. But by the end of the month, a message will arrive. A contact will reach out to you. Some information, vital information, will find you. There is some piece of information or communication that makes its way to you, and it will be different for all of you, so there's no point in giving examples there, but a point of communication or information makes its way to you that will shake you out of complacency, and it will show you in some way what you need to do next in order to progress and start seeing the changes you've been dying to see. When you get that message and you take that action, the changes you've been wanting to see will start to show up. Okay? Don't worry about it ahead of time, but do take action when the message arrives. But we're going to leave that there. Okay, let's look at the second month. Let's see what is coming up for you in the second of these 2 months. Okay, you have the fates. Let's see, so I'll put that there. Mice. The lady. And the universe, or the world card in traditional tarot. Okay, let's get your other tarot cards down. Page of Cups. The Emperor reversed. Five of Wands reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed. And one more as an advice card for you. And the advice card is the Devil reversed. Okay. All right, give me just a second. I'm just going to listen for any initial messages they have for you about this second month, and then we'll talk about the cards that are in here. All right, bear with me one sec. The first thing they're telling me is that in this second month, you are ready. Your resolve has, a sense of resolve has developed within yourself, and you're not as afraid. You're not as afraid to take some chances when it comes to whatever you're working toward, whatever you're trying to achieve. You're willing to mix it up a little bit. You're willing to try a new approach to achieving your goal. So the previous month, whatever they threw at you, they're telling me that as this month begins, that has taken hold. That has taken hold. And that's really when things start to progress in a much bigger way for you. Okay? So your first card here for this month is the Fates. They're saying this was always meant to be. If you were to look back on your life, you would see that none of this is a mistake. None of what happened in the past, none of the struggles you went through, none of the challenges you went through, none of it was a mistake. It was all exactly right. It's just hard to see when you're in the middle of it. But you're learning to have a bit more trust and a bit more faith in the progress of time, the progression of time and life. And you're starting to see that what held you back in the past, number one, isn't holding you back now. But also what held you back in the past was you. It wasn't anything else. But that's because there were some lessons that needed to be learned. It's not an accident. You needed to learn those things in order to be who you are now and to become who you are about to become. Okay? So you start this month off with the universe. It's kind of like, they're giving me, it's like an end of an era. An end of a period of time when you felt hopeless, when you felt insecure, when you felt like you weren't getting anywhere. Nothing's working. I don't know what to do. I keep trying. Whatever those questions are that you had, they're telling me have come to a close when it comes to this second month. Not to say there will never be more, but you have reached a point of no return where you stop doubting quite so much and you're willing to be shown what needs to happen next, what you need to do, where you need to take things. Okay? All right. So you're coming from an energy of the Five of Wands in reverse. You stop fighting it so much, which is wonderful, wonderful energy. You're more in the present, which we talked about. You're more in the moment. You're listening to the messages the universe is dropping down on you in whatever way they can, whether it's through a person, whether it's through other means, a reading, through a friend, wherever it comes from. Your guides are sending you messages to help you so that you don't have to worry so much. You just have to pay attention and be in the moment so that you don't miss their messages. And you are in that energy. As you start the second month, you've stopped fighting the reality of you, of your life, of the universe around you. You're being, and you're doing what comes actually much more naturally to you, which is living in the moment. Okay? And you're headed toward this Three of Pentacles in reverse. All right. Okay. Okay. What they're showing me on this card, this is not the traditional meaning of Three of Pentacles, but in this particular card, and they do use artwork a lot with me, they're showing me this tapestry that these three people are building. And they're showing me how it looks a bit like a traffic light, slightly out of order, but it looks a bit like a traffic light. They're telling me you have been spending too much time, stop, go, slow down, stop, go. You've been, they're using the term, I don't know, they're using the term herky-jerky. In other words, it's been a lot of stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. It hasn't been consistent enough for long enough for you to make some real and true progress in whatever you've been doing. But this card's in reverse. At the end of the second month, it's all go. If you notice, the green light is at the top. It's all go. It doesn't mean you're working your behind off every day, every minute of every day, but it does mean that you're to a point where you are making consistent effort toward your goals. You're staying present in the moment. You're doing what you know in your gut needs to be done, and you're doing it with a bit less fear. And that's why you have this green light to move forward. And the result is that things start to change. If you're stuck in traffic all the time, you don't get anywhere, do you? Or it takes a really long time to get where you're going if you keep hitting red light after red light after red light. But those wonderful days when you hit all the greens, it's like magic. You get where you're going in no time. That's where you're headed with whatever your goals are. So the blessing in all this is the Page of Cups. You start to dream again. You start to believe that the best can happen. You no longer, if you notice at the top of this card, there is a pig with wings. The expression when pigs fly. As far as you're concerned, pigs can fly. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can't do. And there is this feeling within you by the end of this month that you really can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. There is this joy in you, this belief in you, this determination in you, but also this understanding that you are on your way and you're on a path for a reason. And you are going to get there. Okay? The challenge this month is the Emperor reversed. You might feel this second month that you are, despite being more aware, more present, you're making more progress, you're still going to feel a bit out of control. You're going to feel like somebody else has their hands on the wheel and they're driving the train or driving the car. It's not that you're along for the ride because you're doing the work yourself. You're doing the work. But you're used to being in control. You're used to trying to manage and force things to happen. And it will make you feel a bit uncomfortable to just release and let things play out. To do your part, yes, you have to. None of this can happen if you don't do your part. But there's a difference between doing what you know in your gut needs to be done right now, today, and trying to control the next 6 months of your life by managing every moment and every development. You can't control life. You can only manage yourself. Okay? So the advice from Spirit is the Devil in reverse. Don't get so attached to trying to control situations. It will play out wonderfully. You have all the green lights. You're going to start making some real progress towards your goal. And you're going to start getting there faster than you've dreamed it was possible, at least in recent months, because things were too stop and go with you and with your results. Release that. Release what was. Release your expectations for the future. Release your sense of needing to control everything, to force things to happen, and getting upset when they don't happen exactly the way you want them to. They're all developing exactly the way they should. And the reward is coming. Your results are coming. They're there for you. So, your Lenormand cards. You start the month off with the mice. You end it here with the lady. Now with the mice card, you're doing the work. You're working, you're focused. You know, when you think about a mice and how they come in and take the grain, take it back to their nest, take the grain, they just keep doing the work, keep doing the work. They're not thinking about, well, where am I going to get a meal tomorrow? No, they see this bag in front of them and they do the work. That's it. It's really the right energy to be in. By the end of the month, you're in this lady card and they're pointing out to me on this particular card how she's sitting there and this beautiful dove has just landed on her hand. They're referencing the awe in this girl's face of, where did this come from? How did this happen? You know, she's in the moment. She's done the work. This is an image of Cinderella. She's been doing the work and maybe not seeing success previously. But suddenly this dove out of nowhere shows up. And it's a message of good things to come. And it's really wonderful. It's this beautiful, beautiful feeling they're giving me of suddenly reestablishing your faith in the universe, and your faith in yourself, and your faith in your goals. You start to believe again, and it's really, really fantastic. All right, group one, I hope that helps. I hope it gives you what you needed. And of course, I'm wishing you the best of luck for these 2 months ahead. This reading helped you in any way. I sure hope you'll give it a thumbs up. One of my goals for the year ahead is to grow my channel, of course, to be able to do more readings for more people, of course, because that's what I like to receive and what I like to give. So I'm grateful for any support you can give me with this channel. Thumbs up, be great. Comment, subscribe, share, whatever you feel called to. I'm grateful for it. All right, thanks everyone. I appreciate you. Bye-bye. Hey, group two. All right, so we're going to take a look at the next 2 months, the 2 months ahead, starting today. Whenever you find this video, that's when it starts for you. So your initial card here is Truth Be Told. I'm going to leave that there while we pull some additional cards, while I pull some additional cards. All right, you have the Fox. And Crossroads. The Emperor. Seven of Cups in reverse. Page of Wands. Three of Wands. Knight of Cups. And one more as an advice card for you. And your advice card is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. These cards just represent the first of the 2 months coming up. We'll reshuffle and pull new cards for the second month. So this is just the beginning. But give me a minute. I like to begin by listening to Spirit and seeing what messages they want to give you up front. And then we'll read into the cards and see what else there is for you to know. Okay. Before I do that, I like to mention also that I do offer personal readings, private readings that are just about you and whatever questions you have. You can check my availability on my website, pinktututarot.com. If there's an opening, great, book it. If there isn't, and sometimes there's not, feel free to send me a message and I can add you to my wait list and let you know when more are available. Okay? All right. Now bear with me just a sec while I listen to some initial messages for you. Okay, they're actually talking here. I just want to make sure I heard right, so bear with me one more second. They're actually talking about exercise. So exercise, getting healthy, feeling better in your own skin, that must be very important to you. If this is your group, that must be very important to you right now. Obviously, it's not the only thing you're doing or working on or have, your interest on, but they're acknowledging that right now this is important to you, and so they want to address it. They want to address it, at least for this first month, if we're looking at that. They're saying it is important to you, but you need to, they're saying to you, you need to take a more balanced approach to diet and exercise. Now, I'm just going to say this is coming from me. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. If you have any doubts, any questions, any concerns, please see a doctor, right? I'm just a tarot card reader. But I will give you the messages they give me to share with you. So take them as they make sense for you. Okay, so they're talking about the need for a more balanced approach. They're telling me you tend to lean more to extremes. Too much exercise, too much dieting, too much of one thing, not enough of another thing. And it's leaving your body out of balance. It's leaving your body in a place of wanting more of something, less of something else, which kind of throws your whole system out of whack. And it might be against popular belief. I don't know. I don't follow the latest diet and fitness trends, but they're saying you shouldn't either. Don't follow the latest diet and fitness trends. Your body knows everything it needs. You just listen. And when you start to listen and you take care of your own body the way it wants to be taken care of, you will see your health improve. You will see your fitness improve. You will see your complexion, your skin, your hair improve. Your eyes will improve. The whiteness of them. Maybe not your eyesight, but the whiteness of them. Your whole body functions better. You will feel healthier. You will look healthier. You'll feel better in your own skin because you'll be giving your body what it needs all the time. Okay? All right, so let's jump into the cards. Your first card here is Truth Be Told. And they're saying to me, you need to be honest with yourself about what you're doing, about why you're doing it, and what results you expect to achieve through diet, exercise, whatever your focus is, maybe both. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. They're saying there is some inconsistency in effort. And that is in part because of this going to extremes of all or nothing, too much of something, not enough of something else. that you reach a breaking point where you lose your resolve and you give up. Maybe it's just for a day, maybe it's a weekend, maybe it's a week. It's not that it's a bad idea to have a cheat day. If your body needs it, your body needs it. But you will need a cheat day less if you live a more balanced approach every day. So they're just asking you to be, just be honest with yourself. Are you following the fads, the trends, the latest, celebrity who's doing something? Or are you listening to your own body? All right, so then we have the Emperor card. They're saying as you start this first month, you're ready to take charge of your health. You're ready to be the master of your own body, the emperor of your own body, of your own health, of your own fitness, of your own well-being. You're ready to take control and do what needs to be done, which is good, which is good. So I'm glad you're listening to this reading because they're coming through wanting to give you the proper approach so that you don't miss the mark and waste time following trends or feeding your body the wrong things. Okay? All right. Okay, we'll start here. Okay, so the Three of Wands represents kind of where you are now, where you're starting this month ahead. You're looking forward, you're hopeful, you're trusting in yourself right now, and you're saying, okay, I can reach these goals. Whatever time frame you have in front of you, you're confident that you can get where you want to go, and you're looking forward to it. Right? You may not have made a lot of progress right now. Some of you may have, but I feel like a lot of you haven't. You've been trying, and it doesn't feel like you're making enough progress, right? But you're on the horizon here. You're watching. You're watching for improvements to show up. Maybe even answers to show up. Maybe you're looking for answers on how you can do this better, right? From there, you're moving into the energy of the Knight of Cups. You are moving toward, in this month ahead, toward treating your body more kindly. Giving it what it wants and needs. Accepting that while, fad diets or extreme exercise or anything that is too skewed one way or another can get you some immediate results, but they may not be sustainable. They may not last. And you probably already know this because you've probably done it before. But you're going to learn this month. And as you get to the end of the month, you'll be in a place where you're not feeling quite so extreme. You're following the rhythms of your body. You're following the rhythms of what you need. And you're feeding it, treating it, giving it what your body is craving and wanting, rather than starving it or burning it out. Okay. All right. So the blessing in this month is the Seven of Cups reversed. Now, give me just a second. I just want to hear what they want to tell you about this card. So bear with me one second. Okay. They're telling me this month you're very single-minded. This is a priority for you. This is a priority for you. And so you're not going to be easily shaken away from this goal, which is great, It's wonderful when you can really focus on a goal and give it your full attention. The challenge in this month is the Page of Wands. They just said to me, you feel ready to try anything to get where you want to go. Whether it's losing weight, gaining muscle, getting fitter, getting trimmer, getting healthier. whatever your goals are, you're in this mindset and it feels almost on the verge of desperation. I don't think you're desperate. Please don't take it that way. But it feels like I will do anything, someone just tell me what to do. And you're looking for that answer. They don't want you to fall prey to the I will do anything mindset, because there will never be a shortage of other people's answers on what to do. Always going to be somebody who says, this worked for me, you need to do the exact same thing. If it worked for them, it worked for them. You have a different body. You're a different person. Your body reacts differently. And I know there's probably a trainer or a nutritionist out there that will say, everybody can do this and they will get the same results. Maybe so. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a trainer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I'm telling you what I am getting from the spirit world. I'm getting their words and their messages. So take it as it makes sense for you, y'all. Okay. The advice from spirit is the 7 of Pentacles. Do the right thing. Feed your body the proper nutrition, just like you would feed a plant the proper soil. You would give it enough water, right? Drink enough water. Water is so underrated. More water isn't always better, but most people need more water than they're giving their bodies. Listen to your body. If you're craving something sweet, drink some water. Drink some sparkling water. Sometimes that helps. Feed your body. Fuel your body. Give your body what it needs. And be patient. Long-term results take time. But this isn't a sprint. A sprint will wear you out. This is a bit of a marathon. Maybe a half marathon for some of you. But the results will be there. And you will be so grateful for the approach that you be taking, for listening to your body, because you can do that forever. You can always listen to your body and give it what it needs. You can't always starve yourself. You can't always over-exercise. There will come a day when your body just won't. Okay? All right, so let's look at your Lenormand cards. You have the Fox and the Crossroads. The Fox, to me, in this reading right now, is representing stillness. That doesn't mean don't do anything. It means stop, listen, pay attention. Pay attention to your own body. What is it telling you? Don't just assume you know. Sometimes we assume, well, about you, I do the same thing. I start craving something sweet. I'm like, well, my body just needs candy. Needs some jelly beans. Again, be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, do you really need jelly beans? If you do, have one. Don't have 100. Your body may not need all of that. Might need a couple. Your sugar might be low, but does it really need that? Or does it need water? Or does it need fruit? What you're giving your body fuels it. And only you know the answer. I don't know the answer. My answer is going to be different than yours. But if you listen to your body, if you watch, wait, listen, pay attention, ask the right questions, be honest with yourself, you'll get the answers you need. And then you have the Crossroads. They're telling me by the end of the month, you'll be on the right path for yourself, for your body, for your wellness, for your health, for your fitness, whatever your goals are here. They're telling me you're going to abandon in some way the path you've been on, because you know it no longer nourishes you. You know it's not sustainable. You know it's not going to help you, because it hasn't. And you're going to start following this brighter, lighter, healthier path in a way that only you can do. Okay? All right. Well, that is your first month, but there's more to this story. So let's find out what you need to know for the second month. Okay. Second month, we have mending. Scoop these up a little bit more. You have the gentleman. The house. Okay. The sun, that's a beautiful card. Okay. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Temperance reversed. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Wands reversed. And one more is your advice card. And your advice card is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to listen for some initial messages again for this second month. And I'll share those with you and then we'll jump into the cards. So bear with me 1 minute, y'all. Okay, first thing they're saying is you're going to continue forward with your health and fitness, your wellness goals. But there's also something else that's developing in the second month. They're telling me as your self-confidence improves, you become more outgoing. And I'm not saying none of you are outgoing, but I can only give you what they say to me. You're going to become more outgoing, more open to letting others into your life in some way. The degree of that will vary from person to person, of course. You're all different. Something is going to develop here because of it. By you taking care of your body and the improvements you make over the first month and as you roll into the second month, you're feeling better about yourself. Your health is improving. Your fitness is improving. You're feeling more comfortable in your own skin, more confident. You have more energy. You feel like you look better. And it shows. Other people notice. It's not that they notice that you look better, because you're probably perfectly attractive now. But when you feel like you look better, it shines out of you. And that's what makes the difference. People will start to notice. And there's something that will develop from that I'm sure they will get into here. But they want me to get into the cards. So that is what I will do. All right. So your first card here is mending. Let me just hear what they want to say about it. They're saying what they're telling you about these 2 months is very much connected, very much connected. You can see this banner that these two girls are holding. They're stitching one to another. And Spirit is coming through to say that these 2 months may sound different, but they're very much related, very much related. Yes, your health and wellness, your fitness, your goals, you will be well on your way to achieving them. They do want to say that. But that is not the focus of this month's cards. But they want to illuminate the fact that one doesn't happen without the other for you right now. In this instance, the two are related. Okay? All right. So we'll go next to the Sun card. This is kind of an overall theme for this second month. And they're telling me it's a really happy month for you. You're feeling really good about yourself. And it shines out of you. It shines out of you in a way that you personally have not experienced in a while. They're pointing out here that there's two people on this card. There isn't always on the Sun card, but on this particular deck there are. And on the traditional deck, there is two people. There's two people on this one. And they're saying that's not for nothing. Let me just hear what they want to tell you. Talking about somebody else showing up in your life in a very important way. In a very important way. This may be somebody you already know. It may be somebody new. It may be somebody you are connected with already. But they're going to be showing up in your life and say that word again. Oh, in a remarkable way. They're going to be showing up in your life in a remarkable way. So if it's somebody you already know, they're going to show up in your life and show up for you in a way that you haven't seen before. And if it's somebody new, this is somebody who's going to show up in your life and turn it upside down in some way, in a good way, in a positive way. Could be a love relationship, doesn't have to be. Could be a friend, family member. It'll be somebody important to you. Is or will be. Right. Okay. Okay. So starting out the month, you have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. They're saying very quickly, you're going to find that you're not alone. You may feel like, some of you may feel like you've been isolated for a while. Some of you have just kind of been on your own path by yourself. Some of you have people in your life, but you still have felt very insular. You've withdrawn in some way. But as you get into this month, you're not feeling withdrawn. You no longer want to spend time alone. You're putting yourself out there more. You're socializing more. You're communicating with others more openly, in person. They just said live and in full color, in living color. And someone else is going to show up in your life to help you along the journey going forward. And they're saying it will be remarkable how this person reacts to you. And it's not reacting to your physical self, but the way you shine. Because you're starting to feel healthier. You're starting to feel happier about yourself. You're starting to feel more comfortable in your own skin. It's more about the light that comes out of you because of how you feel than on any physical attribute or appearance. Okay. From there through to the end of the month, you move into the Nine of Wands reserved. Sorry, Nine of Wands reversed. That reserved word was coming out of my mouth too fast. You're no longer feeling reserved. You're no longer feeling like you have to have your guard up, like you have to hide in some way. And some of you, this is a conscious thing that you've done in the past. Some of you, it wasn't done consciously, but you kind of know, yeah, I don't go out as much, or I don't feel as good about myself, so I don't speak up. I don't socialize as much. You know, you found yourself covering up, hiding, not socializing, sitting at home instead, whatever that means for you. No more, no more. By the end of this month, you're going to feel more alive. Yes, you will feel more exposed, but you won't mind it. You'll be communicating, socializing, experiencing life on a different level than you had before. And it's very, they're saying it's very rewarding. And there's a sense of release about it. Wonderful feeling. So the blessing in this month is the Knight of Wands in reverse. There's no more hiding. There's no more hiding your light. But also, you know, when we go back to the, you know, your diet, your fitness, your wellness routine, whatever that is, there's no more of this yo-yoing, this going back and forth, this stop, go kind of energy. You're more stabilized. You're more consistent. Also, in reference to the person that's coming into your life, they're telling me it's not temporary. There is more longevity to this relationship, whether it's new or it's renewed in some way. It feels more stable. It feels more stable and secure. All right, so the challenge this month is Temperance reversed. The challenge here is not to slip into old patterns. Old patterns of extreme behavior, of, you know, imbalance in your body, you know, treating it harshly. Especially when this person comes into your life, it feels, they're giving me this feeling of the temptation to double down on your efforts because you want to look and feel and be even better now that this person is around all the time. And you're socializing more and you're more aware, you're a little bit more exposed. There's a temptation to go back to old habits. You can avoid this temptation. You can. Give it that same honest look that you did in the previous month. Be honest with yourself. Trust yourself. Stay on the path. Keep going. Don't go back to old patterns. But this is the challenge, yeah. The advice from Spirit is the Queen of Pentacles reverse. I just want to hear what they want to tell you about this card, so bear with me one sec. The advice here is, oh, okay. They're saying to not get complacent in your efforts now. Again, it comes back to this being tempted to go back to old habits, old patterns, old whatever you used to do. Don't become complacent in that. Stay strong in your efforts to be good to your body. Be good to your body. And it will continue to be good to you and for you. And believe in yourself. Hold on to that wonderful feeling that you have this month coming in, this light that's about you. It's not an accident. You created that. You did. All right. So, your Lenormand cards, you have the Gentleman and the House. two things here with the gentleman. The first is, if you can remember in the previous month, you had the Knight of Cups was your energy. Very similar imagery here, and they're giving me the same message. You go into this month treating your body right, doing the right thing for your system, whatever that means for you and your body, and it will be different for everybody. And you have to trust that. Well, you don't have to trust it. I hope you do. But also they're saying very quickly, someone will enter your life. It doesn't have to be a man. Could be. Doesn't have to be. It'll be different for everybody. Well, 50% of you, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, someone is coming in. Someone is coming in. And by the end of the month, you're going to be feeling much more stable and secure in your person, in this person who shows up or shows up even more in your life. Feeling more stable and secure in your health patterns, in your ability to take care of your body and improve your life, because your body is no longer suffering from lack or overuse. Okay. All right, group 2, that is all I have for you, but I hope that helps. I hope it gives you what you need for this 2 months ahead. If it helped you in any way, if you got messages that resonated, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. It really helps me, helps my channel. One of my goals for this new year is to grow this channel and to be able to do readings for more people. So I'm grateful for all of that you do to support the channel and to show that your energy is connecting with mine, that we're resonating, and we'll see where it takes us going forward. So thank you so much, group 2, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. So we're going to look at the next 2 months. The time frame begins whenever you find this video. Might be when it's posted, might be later. Just trust when you find it, it's the right time. So your initial card here is the Fates. Fates. I'll leave that there while we get some additional cards down. We have the Key. And the Lady. And the Hierophant. Seven of Wands in reverse. Eight of Swords reversed. Death and Rebirth in reverse. The Hierophant reversed. That's 2 Hierophants here in your spread. Must be an important message there with that. All right, and your advice card is the 6 of Wands reversed. All right, these cards represent the first month of the 2 months. So we'll go through these and then we'll pull new cards for the second month. So you're getting a full in-depth look at both. So give me just a second. What I'd like to do when I start is to just listen to Spirit and get some initial messages for you before we start talking through the cards. Before I do, I just want to mention that if you're looking for a personal reading, if you need a personal reading, if you have questions that you want answered, whatever it may be, you can check my website, pink22tarot.com. I don't always have availability. If there's something there, book it. They do book up quickly. If there's nothing available, feel free to send me a message, and I will add you to my wait list and let you know as soon as something comes up. All right. Let me just listen. Bear with me, y'all, while I get some initial messages for you, and then we'll talk through the cards. So hold on one second. All right. They're telling me that this reading, this group, you'll know if this is for you because you're on some kind of spiritual path. Maybe professionally, maybe you're looking to do it professionally, maybe not, maybe just as a hobby, maybe just for yourself. But they are letting me know that that's who this reading is for. So if that doesn't fit for you, if you're sure that's not you, try one of the other readings. If you're not sure, there you should stick around and listen, because there might be messages you need to hear. Even if it doesn't all fit for you, some of it will. That's what they're telling me. But they're talking about you and your spiritual pursuits. Again, whether it's just for yourself, whether it's for like friends and family, or just like on social media, that kind of thing. Or if you want to or do it professionally. They're saying this is an interesting time. I didn't know what word they were giving me. This is an interesting time that you have ahead of you. They're saying some things are going to start making sense that you didn't understand before. Things that you doubted before, things that you questioned before, things you weren't sure of, whether it be on your path or about your path, or questions you have about your skills, your gifts, your abilities. Some of those questions are going to be answered. Some of them, as we start to go into this month, obviously things continue to unfold over time, but something that's been nagging at you, they've been wanting to know or understand better, something they're saying will be answered. Something will be answered in the month ahead. Interesting. Okay. All right. So your initial card here is the Fates. Oh, that's nice. They just said you're blessed and the world is blessed to know you. You have a gift. You have a gift and you should use it. If you feel inclined to use it, even if you don't fully trust your gifts, they're saying you have abilities that you need to harness if you're not using them. Even if you are, even those of you who may be here doing it professionally, you have more gifts than you realize. And you're about to open up to some of that in a bigger way. For some of you, it's like you've dabbled in something and something is going to open up much bigger for you. For some of you, it's like a new skill that starts to come in. But they're saying this is meant to be. However you use your gift, even those of you who feel like you just want to use it for yourself, like maybe you want to do tarot cards for yourself, or oracle cards, or whatever it may be, read astrology, do palm reading, whatever it may be. Even if your intention is to only do it for yourself, even doing it for yourself helps the world become a better place. Because your energy changes. The way you talk to people changes when you're connected with the spirit world. And any of these gifts, whether you're talking to the spirit world or not, is a connection to the spirit world. So trust that. All right, so then you have the Hierophant. You're telling me you're going to be getting some downloads, whether that be information, messages, new skills that start to come alive in you, old skills, skills that you've had, but you haven't quite developed them, will begin to blossom in you. They're saying you will become a student and a master of these gifts, not all in 1 month, but they're saying you will get better. In even just in a month's time, it will make a difference. Okay. Okay. So your initial card here, this represents where you are, where you're starting this month at. And it's death and rebirth reversed. They're telling me that some of you, if not all of you, have had inclinations or have been tempted to quit, stop doing it, or to stop doing something within your spiritual repertoire. There may be something you've gotten tired of. There may be something that you didn't feel you were progressing in, something that you didn't feel was benefiting you or others. Maybe you wanted to give it all up, because you didn't feel good enough, but you didn't give up. And as you go into this month, you're going to realize that the not giving up is such an important step in your progress. Every time you decide not to give up, you move forward. Interesting. I love that. Where that goes here, by the end of this month, you're at the Hierophant reversed. They're saying, it's interesting. They said by the end of the month, there's something that you're going to start taking for granted, but not in a negative way. There's something now that you are unsure about, that you don't have a lot of confidence in, or you're not confident about, whether it be a skill or a gift or something. By the end of the month, it will have changed to the point where you no longer wonder, you no longer doubt. It's there. You feel confident about it. And so in that way, it's like you take it for granted. You're no longer desperately searching to achieve something. It doesn't mean that you won't continue to unfold and things won't continue to get better, because you will, and they will. But by the end of this month, you will have made significant improvements, and it won't stress you out anymore. It won't worry you. Even if it's something that you aren't doing now, if you'll start to do it, but you'll be like, I don't know. It will seem challenging at first, difficult. You'll question it. By the end of the month, you won't. You'll know you can do it. Okay? So 7 of Wands reversed, this represents the blessing this month. They're saying you're going to be on your own and able to do what you want to do with your spiritual gifts. No pressure from the universe, no demands from your spirit guides, but you're going to find that you want to do it, that you want to do the work, you want to do certain things, whether it's learning something new, trying something new, developing a new, a different gift. Maybe you are like me, if you're clairaudient and you want to grow another skill, you want to become more clairvoyant, or vice versa, or any number of the clairs or the skills that different people have. Maybe there's a new what word are you using? A new resource that you want to learn, whether it be tarot or Lenormand or palm reading, whatever it may be. You'll have the focus to do what you want to do. The blessing is you'll have the focus and the desire without any input from anybody else. So you'll know you're following your heart, and things will open up as you access it. The challenge this month is the 8 of Swords. They're saying as something new opens, or as you learn something new, you might start to feel like that's the only thing you should be doing. It might have you feeling a little bit stuck. Like, oh, the universe gave me this skill, this gift, this ability. I need to do this and only this. Don't fall into that trap, they're saying. You have many abilities, many gifts, many skills. You're meant to use all of them in their own way, in their own time. It's not a trap. You don't need to feel stuck. Enjoy it. Challenge yourself. Yes, challenge yourself to learn more, to practice, to grow. Don't let it become an obsession. Don't let it become, where it becomes painful, because you're trying so hard. That's the true trap. The advice from Spirit is the Six of Wands reversed. Don't worry about how well you're doing or what you can gain from it, especially those of you who are or are thinking about doing it professionally. They're not saying don't charge for it, absolutely not, but they are saying don't worry about the financial don't worry about the financial rewards or the recognition or the acknowledgement this month. You will see significant difference. It will be good for you. The rewards will come, but they were asking you to take that pressure off of yourself for 1 month. Try taking that pressure off of yourself and allow yourself just to learn and just be the best that you can be, the best you want to be at something. Okay. All right. So your Lenormand cards, you have the Key and the Lady. Give me just a sec. I just want to hear what they want to tell you about these two cards. They're saying you're going to unlock a new door in this month. It will happen quickly because that's your first card. It will unlock a new door to your gifts. Something new will open up. Something you've questioned or doubted or wondered about will become more clear. And you'll be able to walk through a door that either you couldn't walk through before or you didn't feel comfortable or confident enough to walk through that door. By the end of the month, you have this Lady card. They're telling you you're going to be feeling so confident. This isn't about gender. It's if you notice how she's dressed, how she looks, the way she's holding herself. You're going to be expressing yourself. You're going to be acknowledging to yourself how far you've come. Truly. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. All right, so that's the first month, but we've got another month to go. So hang in there. That up there. And we'll see what's coming up for you for the second month. Kind of getting 2 readings for 1 here. Got Thinker. Fish. The Rider. Okay. I don't usually take jumper cards, in case you're wondering. When a card jumps out, I do ask them if they want me to use it or not. Otherwise, when I shuffle, they indicate to me when to stop. Okay. All right. You have Temperance. Nine of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Five of Wands reversed. Two of Wands reversed. And one more is your advice card. And your advice card is the Four of Wands reversed. Okay. All right, give me just a sec. I'm just going to listen again for any messages from Spirit, and then we'll talk through the cards. So bear with me one second. Okay, the first thing they said to me is in this second month, you're going to be moving ahead in your spiritual course. They're calling it a course. In your spiritual course. I feel like some of you are actually creating a course, a class, but that's not everybody. But they're calling your spiritual course like the way your spirit guides are teaching you, the way you're learning and growing. So you're moving ahead with your spiritual course in this second month without looking back. Without looking back. You're looking forward. You're allowing your gifts to multiply, your abilities to multiply, your knowledge to multiply. And you're compiling them into like this basket or bowl of these wonderful things that you can offer to other people or that you just can help yourself with, right? There's nothing wrong with doing it just for yourself because it still changes you. And you also might find when you do it for yourself that down the road, you want to do it for friends and family as well. Okay. So we'll start with your first card, the Thinker. They're telling me as you go forward in this month, you are going to be thinking a bit about how you can best utilize what you have learned. In the previous month, the things that you feel more excited to learn new things because you realize how quickly you caught on to something new in this past month. You're going to be thinking of how you can utilize this new gift, these new gifts, in a way that will benefit others and benefit yourself as well. You're going to be contemplating that. So you're not looking backward. You're very much looking forward. You're very much looking forward. All right, so then we have Temperance. And the first thing they're giving me straight away is you having your foot in both worlds. Let me see what they want to say about that. They're saying you're going to be rising above. It's like you're going to be rising above the material world in some way. I mean, none of us do it completely, right? We're meant to live in the material world. It's important to be real and grounded too. But in some way, part of you is rising above it. Oh, okay. They're saying you're going to start understanding the bigger picture of the universe. That what happens here matters, but not in the way that most people think. You know, new jobs, job loss, new homes, losing your home, making money, losing money, finding a love partner, losing a love partner, whatever, the ups and downs that happen in the material world here. You're going to start to rise up above that a little bit and be able to see how all of that helps you in your spiritual pursuit because you can see things from a bigger picture. It helps you in your life as well because you're not so tied to how everything affects you. You react less, you will react less to material stimuli. Doesn't mean that things won't make you happy, that you won't enjoy the material world. Of course you will. But the setbacks won't feel quite so harsh. That's the truth. Okay. So as you start the month off, we have here the Five of Wands reversed. You're not fighting anymore. You're not fighting yourself. You're not fighting the universe. You're not fighting your spirit guides. You're not resisting your progress. You're allowing it. You're really going to see in the first month how far you can come when you just allow it. And in the second month, you are allowing it. So you're not fighting it anymore, which it creates resistance. It does. And blockages. By the end of the month, we have the Two of Wands reversed. They're saying your thinking starts to become more concrete. You're wondering less what you should do, which is kind of how you start the month, wondering what you should do, how you should do it, how do you put this to practice, how do you utilize whatever you've learned. There's less guessing, less thinking, more taking action. You'll be ready by the end of the second month to move ahead. Start taking action on the plans that you have devised, the ideas that have, sprung into your mind, the concepts, the plans. You'll be taking action on your plans. Okay? So the blessing in this month, you're getting what you asked for. Yeah. What you wanted, what you dreamed of, what your soul wants. What are you saying? They're saying this is important. This is an important blessing because it's not about what the spirit world wants for you. It's not about what the universe wants for you or God wants for you. It's not about what anybody else wants for you. It's what do you want for you, for your life, for your spiritual path. What does that look like for you in your ideal manifestation? You're going to start to see those things happen. Not the things that someone else gives. Sometimes we get things from the universe. We get blessings. Blessings come in from the universe that we weren't expecting, didn't ask for, but they're wonderful. This isn't about that. This is about the things that you want, the things you wanted, the things you prayed for, the blessings you asked for. They start to materialize. The challenge this month is the Seven of Pentacles. You just listen. They're starting to give me a message here, so bear with me. They're saying as things start to roll in and things start to get better and you start to feel more confident, the challenge is you want it all to happen right away. You don't want to wait. It's like when you, plant seeds in the ground to grow tomatoes or cucumbers or whatever it may be, and you see it start to come up out of the ground. You see it start to grow, which is what's happening here, right? You're seeing it grow. You're already planning, like, what kind of salad can I make? What kind of dinner, what kind of meal can I make with this? Who can I give them to? What can I do with them? You start to get so eager that there's this impulse to want to pick them too early. They're just saying, well, just relax. Will come in its own time. Things are unfolding. You're seeing the evidence of it. You're working toward it. You're making huge progress. There's no reason to rush it. There's no reason to rush it, but there is that temptation there. All right, so the advice card for Wands reversed. Allow yourself to be uncomfortable. They're showing me a four-legged table where one leg has been removed. It's because that's your spiritual path, they're saying. Always. The minute you start to feel completely comfortable, a leg comes out from underneath you and you're wobbly. It's not that you're going backwards. It's not that you're failing or doing something wrong. It's that you're learning and up-leveling. So learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Learn to be okay with trying new things, with doing things that you hadn't done before, that you aren't an expert at. Allow yourself, your spirit to grow. Allow your gifts to continue to expand, even beyond these 2 months. Your table will just get bigger and bigger. More legs will be added. But just know, over time, there's always going to be a time when, in order to keep you in check, a leg will get yanked out and you'll have to rebalance yourself and use your skills, use your ability, use your higher senses to restabilize yourself. That's how you grow. That's how you grow. It's interesting. I've never had anybody put it that way before. Okay, So let's look at your Lenormand cards. You have the Fish and the Rider. The Fish is how you start this second month out. They're saying your mind is going a mile a minute. Everything is coming so fast. Things are happening quickly. Your skills are developing quickly. You're contemplating, you're thinking, you're wondering, you're planning, you're organizing. You're creating ways to use your abilities to your best effort and to your highest good and the highest good of others. For some of you, yes, you're thinking about how to make money from it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't focus too much on the money. The money will come. The money will come. Focus on the work. Allow the money to speak for itself. You know, in other words, don't get consumed by that. But I don't see that is the case here, so don't worry. And then you end the month with the Rider, where you've made the plans, you've organized your thoughts, you've figured out what you want to do and how you want to do it, and you're off and running. You're off and running. You're moving forward. And they're saying it will be very well accepted. The plans you come up with in this second month are good ones, are good plans. Try them. Don't be afraid to put them out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to try new things. You'd be surprised at how well received they'll be and how far it might take you. Yeah. All right, group 3. I hope that helps. I hope it gives you some insight into how things are going with your spiritual path. I love talking to other spiritual people, so wonderful. Feel free to drop a message down below in the comments if you want to share what gifts you have, or if you have a business, share your business, or whatever thoughts you have about that. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you, y'all, and have a great day. Bye-bye.